Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to use this. This is a siphon which infuses medical grade oxygen into the water. Now, my name is William Bissett from the Brilin Wellness Centre, and we've sold a number of these to our clients, hence the reason for this video. We've also done a huge amount of research, and I challenge anybody to find a system that can infuse oxygen into water better than this. This is up to 100 times better than what we've been able to find. It infuses over 2,000 milligrams of pure medical grade oxygen into water. Now, this video is not about all the health benefits. There are a plethora amount of studies showing health benefits, and you can look at those up yourself on the website. What I want to do is teach you how to use this. So we take it out of the box, and this is what we have. Now, the first thing you want to do is we want to remove the cap, which is a protection for this thread. This is where the oxygen goes into. And now we want to remove the top. So it's just a matter of simply unscrewing that. Put that down there. Now we can remove this here, which is pretty much just a tube which goes down to the bottom. That's where the water comes out. Now you'll notice in here there's a little white insert. Now you can grab your finger and pull it out, of course. But of course, being in a clinic, we wouldn't want to do that because that's not very sanitary. So what we do is this here, which is where you put the oxygen. This has got a wee key in the bottom, so you can actually put that there like that, twist a little bit and pull it out. How simple is that? Okay, so there's two ways of putting the water in. You can, and this is what I do, I actually pre-measure 1 litre of water and I pour it in. Simple. The other way you can do it is you can make sure that this here is in and make sure that it's sitting flat. You can then pour the water straight into there, and just as it gets to the top, you stop putting any more water in. And then what you need to do is you just need to pull that out a little bit, let the water completely go in, put it back. Now this is actually quite a clever design. It actually means you can't overfill this, which I thought was actually quite clever. So again, you just fill it to the top, lift it out, and then put that back in, and there's your 1 litre. Very, very clever. So now you fill it up with water. Now don't forget to put that back in. I've done that once. I forgot to put it in, and water and oxygen went everywhere. So I put that back in like that. Make sure it's in there. And then we need to put the cap back on. Now I personally go anti-clockwise a little bit, just to find where the thread locks in. And then I turn it clockwise to put it in. Now, just to be careful, not to pull it or push it on this lever here. This is what makes the water flow. So what happens is you just turn it using this knob or here. So I use this to hold on to, and you put it quite firmly. You tighten it quite firmly, not so firm that you break it, but just relatively firm. Okay, and now it's time to put the oxygen in. So we grab this little key here, and now we need to grab an oxygen bottle, which is what I've got here. And the oxygen bottle just simply goes in to there like that. Now this particular one's empty because I'm doing a demonstration, but I'm going to show you a demonstration with full of water and with a new oxygen bottle. So now we put that on the thread. Again, I go anti-clockwise a little bit to find where the thread is. And I always being mindful that I've got my finger on the bottle as I'm turning it, just so that the oxygen bottle doesn't come out. Okay, so I twist that on. And now I'm just finding where that's it's just starting to get firm there. Okay, now that it's not too firm, but just a little bit firm, I then pick the bottle up and I do this. I go like that real quick. And when I do that, and I'll demonstrate this in a minute, you'll hear this big gush of oxygen going in. Okay. Once you do that, you just give it a bit of a shake. And what I personally do is I put my 2 fingers like that and I press with my hand. Okay. Now the first time you use it, this is going to be like a bullet. It's a lot of pressure. So I encourage you, for the first time that you use it, or the first couple of times that you use it, while you get used to it, is just point it in the sink and just carefully press that, and you'll notice this big gush of water. So what I'll do is I'll give you a demonstration. Hopefully I'll make a mistake, or not necessarily a mistake, but hopefully you can see the pressure. And then, fill yourself up a glass of water and drink it straight away. It's all nice and creamy and white. That's all the oxygen. You've got to drink it straight away. Don't leave it because it'll just evaporate. So let's do it for real, shall we? Okay, so this is already full of water. Now, I've had this one here for a couple of years. I've taken it, I used to do a lot of driving, so I actually took it with me in the car, and when I felt a bit tired, I'll just pull over, give myself a glass, and it woke me right up. It was quite incredible. So this is full of water. I've already got it on quite tight. I'm going to put the oxygen canister in here like this. Okay, that's a brand new one. And just find the thread, turn it on. Great, it's a bit firm there now. Now you hear this. I blinked when I did it. Okay, now all the oxygen is now in there, and I'll give it a bit of a shake. Now, see, there's a bit of a jet. Now notice how white that is. That's all the oxygen. And now you drink it. And it tastes exactly like water. There's no taste. Sometimes you can feel the bubbles of the oxygen. And you can have 1, 2, 3 litres of this a day. In fact, some of my clients that have a chronic condition, I might perhaps get them to think about having a couple of litres a day. Each oxygen canister makes 1 litre of water. Although if you make it, you're better to drink it in that day, it will last a couple of days like this in the fridge. You want to use cooler water rather than warmer water because oxygen prefers cooler water and will stay in there longer, whereas if it's warm, it'll evaporate even quicker. I hope this video has been a help to you. We've got links to have more information about this, links to the science behind this. If you haven't bought one, of course, make sure you buy one through us. And if you've got any comments or any questions, please feel free to ask. In the meantime, I'm William Bissett from the Brilin Wellness Centre. Have a look at our store for all other sorts of interesting gadgets that we have. Thank you for watching.